Oh shit, I fucked up a little bit though.
What?
I didn't ask who was up, right? And we're not referees, so we can't even ask. Wah,
That's
wah,
okay. I mean,
wah.
so the score won't be reflected correctly in this. We're not sure who won the first game, but we'll see.
Wait, I forgot we can ask in party chat. So I'm sorry that I'm typing to players while they play. I know that's kind of messed up and you're not supposed to do that. But I think it is pretty important to know what the scoreboard is. So if they answer, they answer. If not, we'll all find out together. But I do know that they have played one game in this series. But it's all good. We just wanted to find a match for us, so we're not all just sitting there waiting. So without further ado, it is a red Zerg player in the top right-hand corner of the map. Hype.
And his opponent, the blue Protoss, getting the second cast of the night, but he's a new person of the Nydus, so we definitely love that, man. From Cloud M, it is Njwboom.
Oh shit, and Hyro's back online, so let me tell Oral Rock real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Your opponent is coming. 1 sec. Okay, so the observing there was a little lame, but I had to type to people. We're doing it live, boys. We don't have anyone like behind the scenes of puppeteering all this shit and handling everything for us. We kind of just have to handle everything ourselves. We do have an admin tonight, though. Cruel's helping us out with finding matches and players and stuff. But other than that, we're kind of on our own.
So it looks like the spawning pool going down from Hype as well as Gas. It looks like Hatch, Gas, Pool from him. Pretty standard opener as well from Protoss with a Nexus and Gateway just about to finish up.
Yep, and it looked like Pinecone just acknowledged that we were going to cast his round 3, so at least that's already done and over with. I like that. But yeah, we'll have to check and see how this goes. So far, we're up to a pretty standard game. I haven't seen anything, any variation really from just the normal builds. I did see Follow Micro joining us in chat, though. Nice to see you, dude. A bunch of people joining us in chat. Dyro as well, and early streams too. Welcome, everyone. We hope you like the stream.
Absolutely, man. It's great to see. And I mean, we kind of have, as standard openers are coming out of both players, a second here to talk about it. We've been doing this for 12 weeks, and it's just been awesome, man. The reception from the community has just been super warm and just awesome. It seems like you guys like this. Obviously, we love doing this, man. So I just want to take a second and say thanks to everybody who turns out, you know, the follows, the views, the donations, all that stuff, man. It's been a really, it's been a really, really great experience. To just, you know, I love StarCraft. I'd be playing StarCraft either way, but to be able to cast it and get people together and run these tournaments, it's just a really awesome experience, man.
Yep, absolutely. And I promise not to sell out too many more times, but if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that follow button as we're trying to get our follower count up there so we can eventually push for a sub button and bigger things.
400.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to get 400. But back to this game, there's going to be a little bit of things happening now as we have a couple lings and adepts out, so we shouldn't have to just waste your guys' time here. For very much longer. I'm trying to see what tech everyone's going with, but nothing too much. Just a stalker, but that doesn't really mean anything just yet. Hype did take his third, though.
There is that, that third down for Hype, and then the Evo chamber as well. Just one of them leads me to believe that there may be some Overlord drops coming in here. No Baneling Nest down, at least right now, at least.
Yeah, a weird position for that Overlord, too. If it is going to be drops, I'm not knocking it for sure, but he's just trying to get around that wall. That I do like. But it's not even a complete wall just yet, so...
Maybe that's just for, it looks like it maybe is just for a quick +1 melee, so I imagine maybe we'll see a flood of lings or something like that coming out as Speed just now finished up, so...
Oh shit, Spooky's also kind of helping us out, admin too. I didn't mean to leave you out, dude. You're amazing. Thank you guys. Everyone's out there trying to help the old Nydus, and I also called him Cruel, and he earned the nickname La Cucaracha. I'm just all messed up, guys. I can't get right. This Overlord gonna get pushed away with this Stalker, though.
Only La Cucaracha.
Man, that game.
I know, right? If you guys haven't seen it or don't know what we're talking about here, we did a clan war last night between Team Unrivaled and Guns N' Roaches, and Cruel played a massive ZVZ where it pretty much looked like he was dead, and he somehow managed to fight his way back, so he earned his nickname La Cucaracha.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. So go watch the VOD if you want to. This game, though, we got melee attacks coming out and resonating glaives, so... Should be a pretty interesting battle here in a minute, but I think we're going to have to wait a little while for it. We do have a Roach Warren coming down, though, for Hype.
Yep. So it looks like he's just finishing up the saturation on his natural, and I imagine now is when we see if he decides to saturate up that third base or if he wants to build an army and just use that third base for larva. A couple of adepts making their way across the map now.
Yeah, and Hype pushed in with that Overlord, so he got a complete scout of NJW's base, so he's kind of aware, or at least he should be a little bit aware of what he's dealing with. But I don't know that he has the link count to really contest the amount of adepts that are coming across. And there's no roaches in production just yet either, so these adepts might be able to find a pretty significant amount of damage. We'll see here.
I don't know, man. Two of those just got surrounded.
Yeah.
The pathing of those kind of fucked him over.
Yeah, he split him.
There is a decent number of adepts, but the Lings come in. They should be able to clean this up. Minimal losses with just 3 drones. Nothing that Zerg can't immediately replace.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought he was going to be able to like tuck them up in the mineral line, how they do, and just start raining hell down. But as you said, it was a bit unfortunate there that he split apart and they got kind of surrounded. But he does have his third going for him, though. If he can hold on to this, he'll be looking a lot better. And he does have a mothership core over here to help out. So I don't know, though. That's a lot of Lings, man. If you can deny this third, that'd be a good move.
Oh, just they're a little bit too strong there. A lot of them get really low, but low is definitely not dead. More Lings and actually Adepts being brought in now. So with this, just this warp in of Adepts, I think you should be able to hold this Ling pressure that's making its way in.
Yep, and it looked like he wanted to make the transition to roaches, but only one came out, and it's all Lings behind this. But he did feel comfortable enough, Hype, that is, to take his 4th and his 5th behind this. So if he can hold on to that gold, man, that's going to really pay off there in the end. But these Lings are starting to shred these Adepts. I didn't realize that +1 had kicked in. Oh, but that was some good stutter stuff there.
Oh, man.
He's going to be
I don't know, that was really nice there from NJW. These Adepts will continue to shade around, be annoying, but that +1 melee really coming into effect, man. Helping him weed out a majority of the Adepts, at least.
Yep. So we'll have to see that goes there in a minute. We do have Templar Archives down as well, so like, I don't even know. But this 4th and this 5th is about to finish up for Hype. And that's going to pose a pretty significant problem here for NJW. I'm trying to figure out, he doesn't know about either one of them, so we'll have to see how long that goes unchecked.
Interesting.
This is a good scout.
Overlord creep spread over there from Hype, dude. On that 3rd.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a good scout. He's going to scout right over the top of those gateways. See the 3 more coming down. More than likely, pressure's coming down. It would be nice to get the scout off on the Templar Archives, just like you said. It's a pretty key building, and look at that. The Overlord going to come in and
he did see it. Nice, yeah. But there hasn't been anything done with it just yet. Oh shit, finding all these Adepts moving out across the map was a pretty good pickup as well. And I think with the amount of Lings he has, he should be able to pick these up. And he took the shade, so there's no going back for these Adepts.
Yep. This is going to be unfortunate, as some Lings will die, but those Lings, just the sheer numbers of them are really going to start to rip through the Adepts, and they all die, actually, before being able to shade.
Yeah, now Hype has a 4th and a 5th behind this. The Hydrodin is down and researching, as well as Melee +2 is about to finish up. So this is about to be a really scary Ling Hydra composition that he'll have going for him. But on the other side of things, NJW is not out of it by any means. He's morphing a lot of Archons, and we all know Archons are insane. But he needs to get a little bit more production out here to deal with this Ling pressure that's coming across. So
if he can just get some Adepts to get in front of his Archons, I mean, Archons are fantastic against Ling and Hydra, you know, light units or whatnot.
Yeah.
But he just needs a bit of a buffer in front of him, you know. The Archons alone are not going to be able to do it. And this Ling run by, dude,
that was
gets
huge.
in. Oh, this is absolutely brutal. He's going to split them off. Some go into the main, as some stay in the natural. God, and the real damage is starting to be done to the eco.
Yeah, that was gigantic. So far, 30 probes have gone down, and he's even going to be able to pull away a lot of those roaches and not even lose them. But the damage has been done. Losing all these Lings is just negligible at this point. He might even be able to save. Oh, he's going for that production, too. Picking up this pylon was a very good move. He powered down 3 gateways with that. He knew he was going to lose the Lings anyway. I thought he was going to try to bail him out of there, but it didn't have sacks.
He may still be able to, actually. As they're walking away. These Lings are just going to continue to do damage up in the main, as those Archons are a little bit distracted in the natural. Going for this pylon, probably gets it. Actually powers down all the production.
Yeah, that was straight. Yeah, exactly.
Crying somewhere. Like.
Yeah, that was like the definition of an Artosis pylon, unfortunately. There's now just 1 Stargate left powered up. NJWboom does have a scary army, don't get me wrong, but he just lost a lot, man. It's now 22 probes to 58 drones. So all Hype's got to do at this point is just hang on, and he'll look a lot better in this game. So and he's about to start lurkers as well, so he's going full-blown Carter at this point. So
we're definitely looking at an all-in situation from NJWboom, and don't get me wrong, if I had to all-in with any race, it would definitely be Protoss, man. So maybe he can get it done. He's got a good amount of Adepts and a solid amount of whatever those are called, the big blue shiny.
Yeah, the big things. Archons.
I was gonna call them fucking oracles.
Oh
but
shit.
I think it's just going to be too much here from Zerg. Those roaches, there's a good number of them. They're going to be able to shred through, and I think Hype may be able to.
Yep, those Hydras behind there just doing work behind this. So Hype will take it with a pretty convincing game number 1. He was able to just hold off all of that aggression and then just macro away from there. So the last map for them will be World... Oh, sorry.
No. I was just going to say the same thing you were. That it is... The series was 1 game to NJW in the beginning. So that does tie it up 1-1. Sorry, we didn't have the score for a while there.
Okay. So, I mean, we're already going back on our whole double casting thing, but the issue is that Pinecone doesn't have his player just yet. So either way, this is probably the correct move. But we're making great time, so it's no big deal, in my opinion. So, all right.
I agree.
So both players are ready, and with that, we'll just go ahead and jump straight into the game. Man, what a crazy game that was, though, dude.
I know, right? That was a really good game, man. Hype definitely had to hold down some adept rushes. But, man, what?
For once, Race Check saved someone. Did you see that?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
nice,
we were about to have a TVP on our hands, dude, but he got in there at the last second, so... All right.
Dude just switches mid like, I got you, bro. Watch this. Hold my beer.
Check out my APM. Yeah, exactly. Oh, what a crazy map for it to all come down to, man.
I love this map. It's my favorite map in the pool right now, dude. It's 1, the lush grass, and 2, who doesn't love 4-player macro maps, dude? Even if you're a cheeser, the opponent is more than likely thinking they can macro, so it even helps you there, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so our red Zerg player in the top left-hand corner of the map, currently tied in this series, clanless. It is Hype.
And his opponent in the top right of Whirlwind here, the green Protoss on the green map from Cloud M. It is Njwboom.
But the grass, dude, the grass.
I know, never gonna stop tweaking about the grass. Like it's my favorite part of maps, dude. I don't like the city ones, like all the concrete.
I want someone to make a map that's just like a field for GIGGLEBEAR, dude.
I gotta be free
like,
in the
no
field.
No other tile
dude.
sets, straight grass the whole way. No, I don't know. But at this game, it looks like the Overlord is going to scout first, as Njwboom has taken an unfortunate rotation of his probe, so he'll find out very last. But I mean, it's not the end of the world as long as no crazy ass cheese is coming out, and it doesn't look like there is, as the hatch is already down for Hype too. So we should be off to a fairly standard macro game, rightfully so with the tiebreaker, you know. So.
I'm gonna give you a GM level tip, guys. Everybody always scouts clockwise, and if you scout counterclockwise, it'll throw people off.
Seriously?
Boom.
Is clockwise the standard? Yeah.
What, dude? It's like a subconscious thing. People are just like, this is the way the clock rotates. This is the way I need to scout the map. I don't know what it is, but like, yeah, usually people. So if you get scouted, like you're like, oh, that was obviously the dude found me on the first, base. Chances are he's scouting you clockwise.
That's hilarious, dude. But I guess it paid off right there, so we'll have to see. Njwboom is definitely going to find out last. But as soon as he sees his Overlord poke in, he's going to know what's up. But he already has a nice little wall going for his natural right here, so. Sure should I saying he has to end the game on that army, and without Storm, that's not happening, I don't think. Yeah, I'm with you there. Storm would have been awesome right there. That's
why he needs Marauders.
Yeah, the Marauder King behind that.
I know, right? Unfortunately, no Marauders built in that last game, as it is ZVP. Some Marauders just fly down, dude, mule style, start going to work.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Call down Marauders, Jesus.
Yeah, man, for sure.
That's next patch.
One. Oh my God, no. Looks like one probe getting in there will die, but confirms that there is a second base up. Evo chamber going down, so it looks like Hype might do the exact same build where he gets that +1 melee to help him with any sort of a depth pressure that comes out.
Yep, switching to Hydras. I mean, Ling Hydra Bane is extremely popular right now as one of the go-to comps. So, I mean, it's way early to call it, but kind of looks like that's where he's going, at least with the upgrade. So, we'll have to see. But he is about to find out that there's a natural up from Njwboom that's already being saturated. So, he decides to take his third behind that as well.
Yep. I gotta say I like this from NJW coming out. I mean, it is Whirlwind, so that initial pylon did go down at the secondary ramp. But he's got it nice and walled off now, 2 adepts, and he's sitting on a second base, so.
Yep, he's got to be feeling pretty good, man. I want to see that Evo Chamber come down in a Razzle Dazzle move, but I don't think we're going to get so lucky. Oh, maybe we will. Yeah. The pylon, though. The pylon's going to prevent anything too crazy from going down. We'll have to see. Best
rapper in the world, dude.
I love it.
Yeah, so a couple of Lings here poking in at the gateway at least. Gonna see the number of adepts. Gonna see Warp Gate is more than likely being researched.
Yep. Absolutely. So it's a bunch of adepts so far, and he kind of knew that was coming, I'm sure. Going to poke again with the Overlord and check behind the mineral line. See that Stargate? I think that's going to be a really good scout right there, man. You always got to see that Stargate. But the question will be, what is he going to go for it?
No, Overlord is definitely awesome, and it's really good too because there's only adepts out. So he's not. I mean, that Overlord may be able to scout this and get out too, but he's taking a really dangerous path. This guy's just like, I'm gonna fly through the middle of Protoss space, and they're not gonna do anything about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And a bunch of lings being sent across the map behind this too. I was waiting to see if he was gonna try to saturate this third or just use it for larva alone, but it's a little bit too early to tell. He is gonna poke up in here more of a scout than anything else. So,
yep.
These adepts are gonna make short work of these lings though.
Starting to rip through it, man. Lost quite a few lings there to get that scout off, but actually lost all of the lings there to get that scout off. More lings flooding across the map now, but I think the number of adepts should be able to help clean those out.
Yep, he should be able to do it. Haven't seen the Baneling Nest come down yet? No.
Nope.
Not
Plus one melee is about to finish though, so that's good for him.
Yep, he'll just have the Roach Warren. These adepts going to poke into this third that has nothing but a queen, so they should be able to clean up all these drones right here.
Ooh, one drone goes down. Two drones go down. Three drones. I
know,
know, right?
So he gets all of them. Morphing this last one into a Spore Crawler was pretty good, though. But these lings are going to be able to clean this up. They have +1, so they should be able to do this, yeah.
Takes the shade, but yeah, I imagine those will be cleaned up shortly afterwards by this queen here. Picks up a grand total of 6-7 drones, so not terrible, especially for 3 adepts.
Yep, but the Phoenix is out and attacking all these Overlords, man. That's got to be annoying for our Zerg player Hype. I hate that when that happens to me, and it's going to be unchecked for a rather large time as the Hydrogen isn't even finished yet. So that was a good play, and that's what the Stargate was going for. And now that a second one's out, that goes from being an annoyance to a problem, as they can just start wailing away on these Overlords.
This is very true. The one thing that Hype does have going for him, though, is he is not Turd Zergler. He did build Overlords. If I had left it at that, that would have been awesome. Just an insane dig. But no, what I meant was that he built Overlord speed. So whereas somebody who didn't probably would have lost all those Overlords very quickly, he is able to escape with just one of them dying. So.
Yeah, and I do like this play from Hype as well, in that he's poop and creep all over these expansions, so even if you can shoo away those Overlords, it's still going to be a little while before you can drop that third, so that's always a good play as well.
Yep. Everybody always does that to me as Terran, right? Poop and creep on my base, and
dude,
my third is flying over it. I don't notice it.
I forget that that's even a thing, dude. Like, I'm literally the worst Zerg ever. It's kind of sad when I think about it, but that's alright. That means I got a lot of room for improvement, right?
Can't win them all, man.
Yeah,
I like this because Hype's not going to be able to get up in the lane, especially with that disruptor. There is one disruptor out, by the way, in case you guys did not know that. But he is going to be able to come over here and shut down this third. So it's very nice.
That's huge. Yeah, shutting down the third is amazing, and he'll even be able to pick up a couple of these adepts before he gets shooed away completely by this mothership floor. That was a huge pickup. As you said, though, a couple disruptors out in the field.
Big, man. He's going to get these cornered. Very nice by Hype to back off. Not going to be able to take that fight with those adepts cornered there. Just streaming lings. A couple of drones. His drones like, we're going to war! No, guys, you got to go back.
It's still nothing but ling production behind this, too. So the Lurker Den is down with Hydras coming out now. But still, man, he stayed on lings for quite a while. And he does have a couple drones. No! These drones getting sent to their death.
So the number of disruptors is growing. It's currently at 4, but lings not so bad against disruptors. I mean, they're the most mobile thing that Zerg has, I think, other than maybe Mutalisk or whatever. But those aren't obviously effective for disruptors. But the fact that they do most damage by running up on the army makes getting proper disruptor shots pretty hard.
Yeah,
absolutely. Oh my god. Big surround here. I don't know if it's actually going to be enough with the number of adepts. This is a massive surround. And look at this. How would you do? Disruptor this because you're going to hit your own units, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's more of a detriment to even try to use Disruptor at this point. And now that a couple Hydras are joining the fight, he should be able to hold this. He's probably going to have to pull back, or these are going to get picked off, though, as they still don't have the upgrade.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, this is rough. Every Hydra that gets maybe caught out, it only looks like one of them is caught out, but he has a really good army. Ling Hydra is fantastic against gateway units. Unfortunately, Ling Hydra can be carved up by adepts and decent disruptor shots. Oh man, those disruptors way out of position.
Oh, so he got a couple of good shots out there. That second and third one was insane, completely cleaning up all those Hydras. And now there's not much left to deal with this. If he could poke up into this third, he should be able to start raining down hell. But don't get me wrong, Hype has 34 lings in production, so once those pop, he should be able to hold this. It's the disruptors that I'm worried about, man. They could get some nasty shots off. Yeah, luckily, there's no cooldown just yet, or those drones would have been gone, man.
So this one disruptor is chilling back.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a friendly fire.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, oh no, but unfortunately it didn't hit anything, and this number of lings should be able to come in here, eventually clean up the disruptor, and surround the rest of the adepts. A couple more units being, just about 5 adepts being worked in, but 4 bases for height, man. I gotta say, I like his position. Protoss is getting their 3rd and dropping a couple more gateways over there, but just a little bit behind.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not too far behind, though, because it's 48 probes to 52 drones. So, I mean, that's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. He's just down a base, but it should be like that anyway. But the thing where he might start falling behind is, like, tech and army. He still just has a couple disruptors against lings. And as we said, like, that's not necessarily the best choice just because of how mobile lings are. What are you going to do? Hit them all with your disruptors? So, I don't know. He needs this production to finish up, and he needs some units that can deal with these lings.
Yep,
So.
a couple of pylons going on at NJW's 3rd, so we should be able to at least reinforce that if there is a ling attack or anything like that, as we see some lings, hydras moving out across the map. It's really up to Hype to, I mean, he's definitely ahead in this game, but it's not over, so it's up to Hype to kind of lose the game by taking really bad Nova shots.
Yeah.
Lurkers being made now, so giving him a little bit more of a buffer. I was going to say, if he had just stuck on ling hydra, just, you know, a really bad disruptor shot, or a really bad series of disruptor shots could be game-changing. But lurkers, definitely a little bit more steady.
Yep, absolutely. And I saw 8 of them being made, too. So, like, that's no count to laugh at. 8 lurkers is a lot of lurkers. Dank Shrine with the host. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Those guys are awesome. They run a really cool talk show. I believe they had Gemini and Uppatry up there, or on there last time. They were doing trivia and stuff. Just really awesome guys. Go check them out for sure. It's twitch.tv/Dankshrine.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure they got a show tonight. I don't have the exact time. Maybe that's something I'll remember during the break, and I can try to give that to you. But they might even have some content tonight. So I think it's a pretty important to support people within this pretty small community, man. So go show some love to the boys at Dank Shrine. Oh, but this is going to be a nice little fight here, man. We got a shitload of disruptors and a lot of adepts. But this lurker count, dude, is starting to spiral out of control, too. I think we're gearing up for a nice little fight here, man. I'm getting excited.
Yep, absolutely. It doesn't look like it's going to be too one-sided of a fight. Zerg, though, making their way to 5 bases, definitely going to be favored in this fight. But I mean, as we know, disruptors could be the game changer for sure. NJW is going to need to bring in a little bit more ground units or something to buffer, because I mean, he just can't rely on disruptor shots.
Yep. Carter, Follow Micro, Nikki B. Red, Marauder King, thank you all for participating in chat and joining us. It's nice to see a bunch of people in here. We got a lot of new faces tonight, as well as returning players. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. But we don't have to stall for too long. Here we go, man. I'm excited.
Here we go.
He's going to get this wraparound with these disruptors. Oh shit.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Huge disruptor shots, but unfortunately, it is just not enough as the lurkers do burrow, and they're going to start to get to work with the lings getting the surround, man. All the adepts are cleaned up.
Yeah, so those first disruptor shots didn't find too many connects, but those second and thirds were money, man. But it just wasn't enough, as you said, man. Once those lurkers got planted, it started to swing very heavily into Hype's favor, and now he's planted right here with not much to contest it, but overcharging a couple adepts.
So he does take out 1 gateway. There are a couple of adepts, but the number of lurkers should be able to make short work of those if they decide to run up on the hydras.
Yeah, and a straight ling flood behind this. Like, there's so many lings in production. 54 out right now, and 48 in production behind that. So that will be straight GG at this point, and we got sportsmanship.